in that period of time when it was right before we started first, we went through. I told you that my uncle and us went separate ways with the company that we started. That provided like a bit of like stress for us and our family. And Nick, my brother, and I got a little bit ill. In college, coming up to that point in time, it was real gym centric, gym focused, real about buff life, right? And just clamming down as much protein as possible and just not living a balanced diet at all. It's just all about like packing on muscle, right? And we ended up starting to break out in hives. And the doctor said it was like stress induced. Right. But we couldn't figure out what was the cause of it. And we ended up going to like a homeopathic doctor, and it was like, change your diet. And so we narrowed it down to like cutting out like flour, sugar, caffeine. Right. And in trying to like live a vegan life and cutting out those things as well.
So you went as far as vegan?
Yeah, man.
Right. Okay.
Went full on. It found it real difficult to find food in this country.
Yeah.
To live that life.
Are you still vegan today?
Nah, not at all. Okay. I lost like 50 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost like 50 pounds in that time.
Yeah.
And in there, at that point in time as well, my sister was studying at hotel school to be a chef. And then she left hotel school and then she went to France to study. And then she became a chef, and then she came back home and she ended up working at like Show Cafe and a few different restaurants home here and that kind of thing. And then she started catering and just seeing how she evolved during the time and all that happening while First is going on and that sort of thing, right? And Tech Beach and that sort of stuff. And so we had the idea of like starting, getting into the food space with her. And giving more access to healthy food to people and really helping people live a healthier lifestyle. Because we, in going through the experience, saw how important it was, you know. Because when you're younger, you don't look at how you eat as much.
Well, you kind of feel like you're invincible when you're young.
Yeah, for sure, right?
But there's so many things that you could have, whether it's something surface level as like skin problems.
Yeah, right.
So things that are way deeper. That a lot of it is. I mean, stress is one thing. Yeah. But what you put into your body is another big.
I think people eat what tastes good, not what their body needs.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So the plan was to roll out like this healthy food options for people.
Yeah, exactly. So in going back a little bit to first, in the evolution of what we thought we would have gone with first was first delivers, because the big thing that people search for on the platform was food. That was by far I think like 60% of the searches was around food. Right. And so the next evolution was like first delivers. So we wanted to get into the delivery space, but knowing the delivery space and seeing a few companies coming into it, the economics of it are real hard. Quite frankly, I think is impossible. But we'll see. We'll see. I saw some new players come into the space in Trinidad here. We'll see. And why I say it's impossible is because the amount of money that you can make per transaction is just so low. So you need real big volume, scale. You need so much scale, right?
Yeah.
And so not unless you can get at that kind of scale, your economics not going to make sense for a long time, man. And so it'll make sense if it ends up becoming an add-on. Like if some company already delivers and then they add on food delivery. So like WebSource saying, well, now I'm going to deliver food. Right, that makes sense. That's easier. Or DHL or somebody adds on that. I think that was easier and make more sense play.
Because what about the Uber Eats sort of model?
I think that's real tough because demand is chicken and egg you're going to face. And the next problem is that restaurants in Trinidad not going to prioritize looking at your app and the demand that coming through your app. And then based on the research that we found is that people end up complaining that when the drivers get there, the food not made because the restaurant accustomed taking care of what is in front of them. There are people there. So they prioritize that versus prioritizing taking care of what coming through the app. And they're not accustomed to the technology in that way. And they're not going to prioritize it. And then what happens is that your food and them getting delivered late. And then the customer doesn't blame the restaurant. They blame your app. They blame your company. And so they say, your company is shit because I get my food late and it's cold and thing or whatever the case is. But the reality is that these restaurants just not prioritizing your business. And so I went really thinking of it quite a bit. I played over my head a bit, and I'd be game to talk to anybody who has gotten into the space.
The same Aaron Bessor that we had on here the other day, he is one who launched something similar. Foodle.
Yeah.
So maybe if you want, he could pick your brain for a little bit.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we can have a conversation.
And I would be more than happy to be wrong about it.
Yeah.
So
no, I think you're right, because you're really just making money off the delivery.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to have some real high numbers for that to make sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so your average transaction value is so low. Like, how much people are gonna pay for food to be delivered? You're not gonna pay more than like a $10-15. Like, you're not gonna pay $100 for delivery, right? Exactly, right?
Because especially if you're ordering from a restaurant already, it's already gonna be $300, and you add an next.
Exactly.
And you need the restaurants and the food places involved and like committed to it too, like I said. So
you thought about that model, you didn't think that made sense, which is why the model for ChefMade is
model for ChefMade is we make our own food. My sister's the chef, and then we have. Well, she's the head chef, so she designs all the meals, design every single new item that comes on the menu.
Yeah.
And we have a production team, and so we have a head production chef, Jordan Huggins, my sister Hannah Marie Maloney, and then Jordan has like a team of production sous chefs that he works with as well, down to then the packaging and then out for delivery, right? And so that entire process, that entire system, we own.
So do you order like one meal, or is it a subscription service where you can get weekly, monthly?
So down to the transaction value again. So that became like the center point of our focus now of like ways like I can't survive on $10 every time. Like because like you said, like people going to spend $300 on the food, or like probably like 100, 150 ordering something. You order KFC. That's the first example you just give. Like KFC, how much money KFC making on a delivery transaction, right?
Yeah.
It's like $10-15. Like people not willing to pay much for delivery.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So we started to focus on like, all right, so how would this make sense? We needed this transaction value every time somebody buys for it to be decently high in order for it to make sense.
Yeah.
And so we came up with the model of it being a minimum transaction value. In concept, we want it to be a subscription, but it's not essentially a subscription yet. But the goal is for it to be a subscription, but you order food for the week.
Right. Okay, so the minimum order is a week.
Exactly, 5 or 10 meals.
5 or 10 meals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is lunch and dinner. You're not doing breakfast.
Yeah. No, we're not doing breakfast.
Yeah.
Right?
I think lunch and dinner are the most important ones.
Yeah, right. Exactly, right. And that's the most
if you behave good for lunch and dinner, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Now, are you all sticking to sort of diet food or not really?
Yeah, no.
Or do you try to keep under around 500 calories, or how does that work?
Yeah, no. So with the 5 or 10 meals, we get the transaction value to be decent enough that delivery across almost any part of the country is free.
Yeah.
Right? So that's cool.
Okay.
So no added cost for delivery, because every time a transaction goes out, our average transaction value I think is like $400 to $500 now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's cool, right?
And that would be 5 meals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, 5 or 10 meals. I say average transaction value.
Right. Yeah.
Across all, some people buying 5, some people buying 10, average amount. Right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And the price per meal varies from like the cheapest meal is $45 to like you get a rack of lamb for like $120. Right. So
that's a good price though.
Yeah.
For a rack of lamb for $120, that's delivered
to you. Yeah. Right.
So what sort of meals? How? Because I'll tell you. So there are different people that sort of deliver food. There is like a caterer. They kind of work from home and they deliver food to offices or whatever, and they would email you the menu for the week. I've tried some of them. I mean, the food is good, but you get very bored. You get bored quickly with the menu. So how do you all sort of keep it fresh?
Yeah. We into some of our secret sauce.
I mean, you got to be real inventive, right? Because but then some people would have favorites as well. Like if you take it off the menu, they go call you and cuss you up.
It's all right. So now I had to think like, all right, so how much I want to share. And,
that's fine.
All right.
Well, anything you don't want to share, you don't want to go into too much details.
Before we able to like really stamp our foot and become like the de facto leader in this space, right? So
I mean, you are ready because there's nobody else. Anybody else?
Yeah. There are a lot of other people.
I know these
like
slim down 360, slim down 360,
and you have My Fit Menu. You have other people that doing different things. There are other people in this space, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't want to like jump out and say like we are the leader necessarily. But
right. Okay.
We might be.
Yeah.
We might be currently. But anyway, So what is unique about us that our customers like that you can see on the outside, right? One is that compared to a regular restaurant and like your people that focus on like slim down or diet food and that kind of thing, we change our menu like regularly. Every 7 to 14 days, new items added, new old items taken off. And Justin said like sometimes people really like things, and so we just use the data. Use the data. What hasn't sold, push that off. Bring new things in, and we just keep adding new things. And so every couple weeks, new things added. And in terms of the food style and quality, that we focus on like a real high quality product, and not necessarily like over healthy, right? So it's not like you're not gonna eat like, it's not gonna taste dry or like no salt and that kind of thing. But we try to use.
It's not a greasy food, but it's not like
you kind of balance between.
So you can have a little potato in there.
Exactly.
But not like cheese down.
So what we've done is to find a range of food on the healthy spectrum. Exactly. So we said, all right, if we're playing within the healthy spectrum, you can go like super healthy, or you could go like on the line there, right? So things that on the line and things that super healthy. Give you an example.
I think that's a good, right?
So we have lasagna, spectrum. Or we have eggplant lasagna.
Perfect.
Right?
And that tastes real good. My wife does one. She's a chef as well, actually.
Right? So you're on the line there. You're on the line there because it can get greasy.
But the eggplant better than the pasta.
Right, exactly, right? And then we have like cauliflower rice and that kind of thing, you know. So we have those sorts of things, and then like on the super healthy side, we partner with this guy called Dexter Simon. And Dexter Simon, if anybody knows,
I saw that he's a gym fitness guy, or something.
And he has like a big following, right? And his whole thing is about like strict health eating diet, and so we partner with Dexter to give us
a line,
his style of meals,
right?
And so now his clientele buys from us on a regular basis, and those meals are like super strict, like like low to no salt, and like no carbs, and like just super
probably like
strict.
around 400, 500
exactly.
calories,
Set amount of calories, weighed options, and the food is weighed, you know, like, so we're super strict with his food and his clientele and that sort of thing. So if you want to buy the eggplant, or you want to buy the super strict, and then we have a bunch of things in between. So our menu has like over 30 items. So when people go there, they be like, whoa, I didn't realize so much.
You can buy online. You can pay with your credit card.
Right. So, man, then we get into this whole credit card problem in this damn country.
Like how to check out to cash out.
Jesus Christ.
But nobody cash out to your credit. You cash out to your credit card with PayPal.
So,
but then does everyone have a PayPal account?
Right.
The best thing I think would be if you could if it could plug into Amazon, because everybody has if you could do payments through Amazon in Trinidad, because I think everybody has an Amazon account. You know, it would be so easy to check out with your Amazon account. But then for the business, get it in your Trinidad bank account.
That's
if we could reach there one day.
So all right. So contrary to popular belief, e-commerce transactions in the country and the region is possible, right?
With First Atlantic.
Exactly. First Atlantic is the payment gateway. Right. But there are lots of super strict, stressful, annoying things that you need to get done in order to be able to get it. I think on First Atlantic site is like, they said like you need to have like 6 months of transactions as a brick and mortar in order to have a First Atlantic.
Yeah, we went through the Bible once because we were building this website for CXC back in the day. And it's like this thick thing that Dexter read through.
It's crazy. So they have the bank requirements. So in terms of like KYC kind of things, and just making sure that the business and the vendor is real and proper business. And then once you get across there, and we now cross the hurdle, it took us like a couple months to do, and done First Atlantic requirements. And so it's not an easy plug and play thing. Man sent me like a bunch of like technical things. And I'm like, Jesus. This wasn't so difficult when I set up my TechBeach account, which tried.
But if you do it through these people, we pay. Sorry, they've kind of simplified the process because they're using First Atlantic, but then they have like a plug-in WordPress that you could just kind of plug into your site or something. So you didn't consider that option.
So we built the site on Shopify. So
okay.
So taking the learnings from First, like we spent a lot to build our initial First website. I didn't have all our cash flexibility in starting ChefMade. So we looked at Shopify, and Shopify is great to get
because it's out of the box.
Exactly. So we got up those designs on Shopify. We used a bunch of Shopify plugins, and got the site running quickly. And so that's why everybody likes the stuff that we have. So what we need to have in order for the transactions to work is a Shopify plugin that would work seamlessly with people. As soon as they reach the end, they can just put in a credit card, and it's all part of the Shopify integration. We didn't have that Shopify integration.
Right. Okay.
And I met with the CEO of Face Atlantic, and he was like, yeah, man, we could get that done for you for sure. Met with Aldwin, CEO Weepy. He's like, bro, you can't get it done. He's like, none of us have it. But we want to do. But either way, I done working with Face Atlantic to get it done.
Okay.
Going through that process, but we've had like over a year of transactions that we've done through Shopify. And when I say transactions, is that when people get to the end, it's they say transaction complete, but it's a promise to pay, basically.
Okay, so they pay on delivery of like a wireless machine or something, and swipe the card.
All of ours is pay on delivery, cash or card on delivery.
Right. Okay.
And so we started off last year February. It was our first delivery, and now we've delivered over 100,000 meals across the country.
Amazing.
Well done, bro.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Like right now, like it's a really good feeling. Like I was telling you guys earlier, like
you were sharing some numbers.
Our peak in terms of sales this month, and every month for the year has just been like our best month. We plateau in between during the summer, and then now coming out of summer here again. I think as people get back home and into routine, I think that was it. Boom, peak up again. So in June, before summer started, so July and August, we peaked there. So gradually from January, February, March, every month was the best month, better than the next month. And then July and August, we kind of like plateaued. And then now September, boom, peak again. And I think definitely that summer period had a lot to do with it.
What is the marketing like? Because I've only recently started seeing like some Facebook ads, but other than that, I first heard about you just word of mouth.
Right, yeah. So that's the thing. So on taking my first experience again and the access that I have now, we run all of our ads online. Have not done any physical advertising yet. We've done some press PR. That's it. But everything. So for me, and I handle digital advertising. So, and then I have my content team from first. We do all of the shoots and the video and that sort of thing. And then my brother does all the design. And so that loop there is the content engine for all of our advertising.
Right.
And then run all the campaigns. So doing all the retargeting, all the lookalike audiences, just running the whole gamut. I have literally like 7 different campaigns. I'm thinking about it in my mind, or like 7 different campaigns, different target audiences, different breakdowns.
I think that's when I actually started seeing the Facebook ads from your retargeting, because I checked out the website. And
you see?
You catch me in Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the retargeting working right there.
Yep, right, yeah. And so we run these things, and then I have a guy that worked at Facebook for like 3-4 years. He now moved to advertising agency as VP of marketing. He's now like my direct advisor. Looking through my campaigns, and he's like, "Kyle, take out this, do that. Like this is what you should do." And
he's just doing that as a friend.
Yeah, he's just doing that.
He's not as some paid consultant.
No. But
that's amazing. It's all about connections.
It's all about connections. But the hook for him is that. Going to list him as an advisor on the company, and then we're going to raise capital, and then he's going to be a proper board of advisor and that sort of thing. And so like, he's bought into the trajectory of where we're going. And the fact that he gave me advice at the start of the month, boom, I peak at the end of this month. You know? And I said, all right, cool. I was able to implement 1, 2, 3, 4 different things. You gave me like 10 freaking things to do. I'm on 4. All right, I peak. I'll get the rest of the things done. But all that's like incentive to continue to work with us more and that sort of thing. So access to those sorts of people, and then going forward to raise capital. The next thing, having these kind of people on your advisory team, and it's just so good. It's just good.
So where do you want to take it? Because you're talking about like how what's the vision? What's the vision?
ChefMade vision is to be as big as we could essentially be, focused on markets that we don't have any strong competition in. So the US is like highly saturated, but a lot of the Latin American markets and sure the rest of the region just don't have person in our company.
But you would need like a kitchen crew on the ground in these countries.
Yeah, for sure. So we have 2 strategies that we're gonna toy with. I don't necessarily want to give away too much. Yeah, give away too much because because the way Trinidad operates is that people always like to just come and try and just
do the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what I tell people a lot of the times is that I actually don't care to share or speak about my experiences with people or whatever. And not so closed up, because the magnanimity of the vision that we're going after is so big that I actually need as much help as possible. And I love talking and getting feedback from people.
Right.
But you do that with a pinch of sensibility as well, right? Because sometimes people wouldn't do something as good as you, but they'll come in and just mess up the space a bit and just make it not great.
Exactly.
You know, try this other thing and it was shit, and so why should use you? You know? So we just mess it up. You know, so
that's a real good.
That's a very good
point.
Yeah. So they have that, and then they have the perspective of like, well, another company comes in and they soften up the market for you and they just make the market bigger. Because another challenge that we face in as well is that we have a unique culture that is unique to ChefMade that we're trying to drive, which is purchasing food for the week on a regular basis. People don't do that. You know, so we're building a culture that people aren't accustomed to. So people only do that in the meal prep space. You know, like I prep in my food for the week because I'm trying to lose weight or I'm trying to get to this goal or objective or whatever, and I'm healthy and that kind of thing. So
you want people to forget about washing dishes and all that kind of stuff, and just. You know, your food that's one less thing
they have to worry about. Yeah, exactly. And, exactly. You just pop the ChefMade in the fridge. You know, you always have food there. And that's the downside for me. People always know I have food
because you have it stuck up in your.
Chad is a scene all the time for me because I buy my food for me, but at the end of the day, like people know like it's ChefMade and I have ChefMade, right? My family, my friends, everybody just coming over all the time. So it's get delivered twice a week, Monday and Thursday. My Thursday delivery, what today is? Today's Sunday. My Thursday delivery done. I order 10 meals, and my brothers live with me. We live together. We order 10 meals each, 20 meals a ChefMade in the fridge, stack up. Food for the week, brother. That didn't even last till Saturday.
Well, you know what? I mean, the thing is, you might be converting, you might be getting new customers right there. You know, hit them the ChefMade and like, bro, where can I get more of this? Check out your website. Yeah.
I mean, like that would be true if it wasn't your close friends and family that come all the time. Right. I don't have a shop where random people come to sample. It's the same people coming all the time. You know what you're going to get.
So tell me something. So are you saying like you're kind of all in and focused on ChefMade right now, or is your brain still churning and is something else that you're looking at?
ChefMade is one of.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So you focus on ChefMade right now, the Tech Beach retreat, and then something big coming as well in the background. Or?
For sure. Well, something big with ChefMade is coming. For sure. We're definitely on the round whereby we're raising.
Right. Okay.
Quietly.
Yeah.
We're gonna raise a bit.
Right.
Actually, because our numbers look good. They're solid.
Well, your numbers good already.
Yeah. I'll show you guys it. Right. So the numbers solid. And that's a cool thing, right? It's a cool thing when you're dealing with investors. A lot of entrepreneurs that the investors would meet with would sell a dream. At
a very, very early stage. And they don't have any numbers as yet.
Exactly.
Like you look at like a Dragon's Den or a Shark Tank or whatever, and people calling all these big numbers or whatever, and you know.
Exactly. And for us, we're able to like show you practically there and then, right now, this is how much money we're making, this is how much people on the site. You know, like, so that aspect of it is really cool for people that are looking at us to really get into the space and give us that level of like support and investment. So that's made the conversation with us a lot easier. A lot more fun for me as well too, like going into conversations, being confident in your numbers and the things they're able to produce and seeing the results, and it's like
that's amazing.
Yeah.